Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. Getting some cold weather here in Maine on a Saturday morning. There's going to be 14 below air temperature and 45 below wind chill. Not going out Saturday. Anyway, I haven't bought many records this year. I bought one record all year so far because I still have my two broken wrists and I haven't been driving, so I can't get out and go digging. But I saw a video from Mike from MKG Boston, my buddy up there, down there in Boston, Mike. I hope to get down to the record show in Boston a week from Saturday. So maybe we can hook up and do some digging together. Anyway, this is a thread from Mike who wanted to show 13 plus greatest hits albums. So sort of a baker's dozen. I got 13 here. So let's get on it. The first one is going to be controversial. Well, my comments are going to be controversial, not the album. I love the Beatles. I mean, I'm a big fan. I grew up with the Beatles. That was that was my generation. I've never been a huge Paul McCartney fan. Wings, it just didn't do much for me. So when I found this album, Paul McCartney, All the Best, I figured, that's all I need from Paul McCartney. And that is all I have from Paul McCartney. I know a lot of people have to have a completist and they have to have everything Paul ever did, which is fine, each to their own. But this, I sort of like just having this. Has Band on the Run and Jet and Ebony and Ivory and Silly Little Love Songs and Live and Let Die and Uncle Albert and With a Little Luck. So really, for me, is all I need from Paul McCartney. All the best. Same thing I'm going to say about the next artist, who I love him, it's great stuff, but there's a lot of his albums, there's a lot of filler, so I really only need the greatest hits, and that is Billy Joel. And this is Billy Joel's Greatest Hits, Volumes 1 and 2, great 2 LP set. Into on the inside, just lyrics on the inside, but it has everything. Piano Man, Goodbye to Hollywood, New York State of Mind, Moving Out, It's Only Still Rock and Roll to Me, Allentown, Uptown Girl, etc. So for me, that's all I need from Billy Joel. Greatest Hits, Volume 1 and 2. Next one, I have a number of albums by this guy, and I got this because I was happened to be in England about 3-4 years ago, I guess it was. Oh, it must have been 4 or 5 years ago. And I went into a charity shop, and this was sitting there, UK pressing. I had to grab it, and it's Nielsen, Harry Nielsen's Greatest Hits. And it didn't have many hits, but it has Everybody's Talking. I Guess the Lord Must Be in New York City. Coconut, Without You. As Time Goes By, All I Really Think About Is You. Some great stuff. Love Harry Nielsen. One of the great singer-songwriters, but didn't tour. Had a terrible stage fright. Refused to tour. So he could never back up his albums, could never sell a lot because he refused to play in concert. So just studio musician, but boy, great stuff. Next one, of course, I have many, many albums by this guy. And this is just a great one to have along with your collection. And that's Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits, Early Jimmy, and has Purple Haze, Fire, Wind Cries Mary, Manic Depression, Foxy Lady, Red House, which I remember why I bought this way back in the day, because I don't think his albums were recorded while he was alive. Red House wasn't on them, so when this came out with Red House, I had to have it. Jimi Hendrix, Smash Hits. Another one album that I had early on and has been a fan of forever is the great Chuck Berry. And this is Chuck Berry's Greatest Hits. It's an early album. I don't know the date on it, but it has, again, Roll Over Beethoven, School Days, Rock and Roll Music, Too Much Monkey Business, and the greatest rock song ever written, Johnny B. Good, Maybelline, Memphis, Sweet Little 16, Brown Eyed Handsome Man, etc., etc. A great, like I always said, if Chuck Berry had been white, Elvis Presley would have been a footnote in rock and roll history. The great, great Chuck Berry. I got a lot of things in this greatest hits. I got rock, I got pop, I got jazz, not jazz, I got blues, folk, and I got what we euphemistically called world music. One of my favorite groups is the Gypsy Kings, and this is Gypsy Kings' greatest hits. This is a Brazilian pressing, double LP, and I don't know if you know the Gypsy Kings, European band. Fantastic. Bombolino, one of my favorites. Volare did an amazing job on that. La Donna, I don't know, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know the real name of a lot of these, but fantastic. The Gypsy Kings, greatest hits. How about a little soul music? How about one of the great soul singers of all time, Otis Redding? This is a history of Otis Redding. Unfortunately, it is a electronically recorded to simulate stereo copy, but what are you going to do? Big Otis Redding fan. I have lots of his albums, but it's nice to have all this in one packet here. I've Been Loving You Too Long, Try a Little Tenderness, Pain in My Heart, Shake, Fa 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 Fa, Respect, I Can't Turn You Loose. Fantastic. The great Otis Redding. While we're doing soul music, how about a little Smokey Robinson and the Miracles? This is Anthology. 3 record set, I'm sorry. That's it. Hard for me to move with these things on my arms. There's that. And it opens once more. And Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, some fantastic stuff. Got a job, I'll try something new. Come around here, I'm the one you need. Baby, baby, don't cry. Special occasion. Who's gonna take the blame? Tears of a clown. I can't stand to see you cry. Abraham, Martin, and John, they do. Going to a go-go. Tracks of my tears. Mickey's Monkey. You really got a hold on me. Fantastic. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Now, how about a little country? How about the queen of country? The great Patsy Cline. There you go. The greatest hits of Patsy Cline. Fantastic record. This is a repress, but who cares? Walking After Midnight, Sweet Dreams, Crazy, Back in My Baby's Arms, Faded Love. To me, the greatest female country singer of all time. Something out of her voice, the way she's singing is just unbelievable. There you go, Patsy. While we're doing country, how about the king of country? Hank Williams, 24 greatest hits. And it does have 24 great hits. Again, this is electronically recorded to simulate stereo. What are you going to do? Your Cheating Heart, Move It On Over, Honky Tonk Blues, Cold Cold Heart, Lovesick Blues, Mind Your Own Business, Hey Good Looking, Jambalaya on the Bayou. I got a bunch of Hank Williams, but this is really fantastic, all in one. And how about a little blues? You know I'm a blues hound. How about the best of Freddie King? The King Brothers. Freddie, Albert, and BB. This is Freddie King. Going Down, Low Down in Lodi, Living on the Highway, Reconsider Baby, I'd Rather Be Blind, Palace of the King. Just fantastic stuff. Real raw blues, Freddie King. While we're doing blues, one of my favorite guitarists, the great Lightnin' Hopkins. This is Lightnin' Hopkins' greatest hits, which is sort of a euphemism. I think that are hits, but not in top 20 anyway. But yeah, great album with Sonny Terry backing him up on harmonica, Buster Pickens on piano, on Prestige, right? Prestige Bluesville. The great Lightnin' Hopkins. And that's 12, and now 13 for a baker's dozen. The best of Muddy Waters. This is one of those chess represses, but fantastic, great recording, great stuff. I Just Want to Make Love to You, Long Distance Call, Honeybee, Rolling Stone, Hoochie Coochie, Still a Fool, I Can't Be Satisfied. Just great stuff. And all this stuff on here, this is all recorded 1948, 1952, 53, 54, 1950, all early stuff. Probably all originally released as 45s on chess. And there you go. The best of Muddy Waters. I could go on and on. I have lost so many best of albums. I could do another 2 or 3 of these, but I think these sort of covers a little bit of all the ground, from rock to blues and country and soul music. So there you go. There's a baker's dozen of greatest hits albums. Thanks everybody for watching. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Make a comment. Love to hear the comments. I always answer all the comments I get. And until next time, peace.